Welcome back to the Cepheid Variable. This is your referee, Chris. Thank you again for joining us. Very kind of you. We got some Patreon folks to thank before we hop into this episode. They are Taylor, Drowrin, Miles, Randy, Yam, Colby, Thomas, Randy G, Laszlo, Hovo, H-O-V-O, Jeremy, Ben, Garth, Tyler, and Nelson. Thank you guys again for your continued support over there on that Patreon. Like I said, every other week, if you want to join the Patreon, check out the show notes. If you don't, totally cool. I'm not going to force you to, because I can't, because you're your own goddamn person. So that's pretty dope. Good for you. Hey, if you're looking for any other good shows out there, maybe you're caught up on ours, want some other suggestions, go check out Stories and Lies if you haven't. They're fucking awesome. Go check out 9mm Retirement Radio. They're fucking awesome. Go check out Stuff or Not. They're fucking awesome. There's a lot of other fucking awesome shows. Check our show notes. There's links there to all the other cool shows that we like and are friends with. So yeah, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. We'll see you next week. Bye! Jedt and Toots are escorted out of this starport by 5 armed security guards.
I should get a classy point for moonwalking while being escorted.
Yeah, Toots is more partying than escorting.
That's true.
It's not her first rodeo being escorted out of something.
True.
I also like the idea that she just figured it out in that guy's office, and now she just does it everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, look what I can do now.
She's like a
Be
9-year-old.
impressed.
Like
You are impressed.
Is that what she does in her downtime on the ship, too? She's sitting there like, heel step, whatever you do for moonwalking.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's
And-
part of your endurance training.
oh, yes, exactly.
Hey, there you go.
I love that so much.
Hours and hours and
Hours.
hours and hours.
Just like looking at the mirror and then be like, heel.
Yeah, dude. It actually really speaks to, I mean, I don't want to play your character, so just completely erase this.
Sure.
But it speaks to the trauma of like being raised in this rich house, and you're just like, dance, you're gonna learn how to fucking be a ballerina, dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely
no,
ballerina.
love it.
Ballerina dancing would make sense.
Yeah.
Or like ballroom dancing or some like formal etiquette where you like do the bow and all that stuff.
Like, my feet are bleeding.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
Like-
Stardy's got this the first try.
Exactly. And like, I love that because then it would be like, she's supposed to be like ladylike, but then she chose to have like a more dommy mommy physique because like she didn't want to be like any of her other sisters.
That.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
she's
watched
got-
Save the Last Dance.
Oh yeah, and she does the Julia Stiles dance, and she's like, I fucking hate
Take that, Julia.
So is Astartes as big as you or as like
No, she's like the
Space Marine?
antithesis of beauty and pristine etiquette.
Okay.
In the face of the Emperor.
in the
But,
face of the Emperor?
Like
yes.
she's like face when she needs to impress people, and then behind this scene, she's just like devious. She's just like, I'll tell you fucking what you know. She's just like,
That's Astartes.
I did not
Yeah,
see
it's
that
Astartes,
coming.
yeah.
I like that. That Astartes is the complete opposite of
Yeah.
what we'd expect.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
imagining just like Zenyatta or whatever from Overwatch.
Oh.
yeah.
Just big old beefy
Zarya.
Zarya, just big old beefy
Oh.
mama, just like gatling down people.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also good Space Marines. But
Yeah, it might be one of the other sisters. I mean, there's like 7.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
no, I like that because I like the polar opposite of what you'd expect.
Yeah.
Because of my So there we go. So these guards escort you out, and like they're just not even. Yeah, you're moonwalking. They're just like, yeah, cool. Like giving you the thumbs up.
She's grooving.
Are you listening to Michael Jackson like in the headphones, or is there like another song that you're moonwalking to?
No, just silence.
Just silence.
She's like, this is a dance move?
Zen. Yeah.
She moves her own groove.
So like the only sound you hear is just like the sound of like machinery, just like
No, it's just like squeak, squeak. She doesn't take anyone's authority seriously, and this is just one of those defiant acts again, where she's like, I don't believe in your authority. I'm going to escort myself out in the most asinine way possible.
This is my dance protest.
Yup.
That's going to show him.
Yeah, she doesn't care what anyone thinks. I love that about her.
No, absolutely. So you guys are able to get back into the taxi.
Super easily.
Taxi takes you back into... You going back to the hostel? Where do you think you're going to go? Are you going to hit these two up on the phone? Beep, boop, 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 boop. What are you guys thinking?
Let's see. I'm going to say that Jedt is now comatose because he does not want to talk anymore to stupid people. So I'm just going to talk on his behalf, and I'll be like, hey guys. And she's going to call these guys up. Okay. Probably just be like, hey guys, Jedt is going through something right now. Where are you guys at?
What do you think? You're walking back?
Sure, yeah.
But yeah, we're just walking back towards the hostel.
Okay, we'll meet you guys there. We didn't find anything out. It was completely useless. Jedt is apparently allergic to stupidity, so he's just kind of working through it right now.
Got it. Okay.
You okay, bud?
Well, keep an eye out. Don't cause any fuss. I mean, we saw some guy get roughed up earlier by security, so maybe don't want to get on their bad side.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time we got escorted out today, right, Jedt?
Yeah.
That's a long story.
Well, you'll hear it soon. Smash cut. Hostile.
Yep.
Let's just anything else you guys want to do.
Well, on the walk back, I would be talking to Blex, like, all right, I'm not the only one getting the weird vibe about this place, right? This is...
Yeah,
something seems odd.
Seems like maybe we should tell the Prime Dominion that something's going down.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I guess we'll have to find a plan. Hopefully we don't want to be here for 5 days. That part's...
Yeah, the worst possible thing is if we pissed off some of the people that were keeping us here for 5 days.
Yeah.
And they actually do the full 5. That would suck.
They doubled down.
I guess I should tell you, we got escorted out by guards.
Well, you did.
Why.
I impressed them with my sweet dance moves.
Yeah, I mean, I was a perfect gentleman. No.
At no point would anybody ever say my etiquette was uncouth.
Yes, exactly. I was trying to get information about their services, and they essentially like clammed up and stopped talking and called the guards. I was basically just asking about painting, and I was trying to get a little bit of information about by proxy about that other ship.
Are you guys in the hostel talking about this?
I figured, yeah, we'd be back in the hostel.
And maybe you guys are like having a meal, like Denise is around, or Denise. Dan Easy.
These knees aren't what they used to be.
Denises.
These knees aren't what they used to be.
Was she a great mule?
That's amazing.
She was a basketball player.
That's true. I'm the next D's nuts joke I make is going to be a D's knees aren't what they used to be, and I'm going to trick someone good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. They're like, oh, my name's D, and they're like, oh, D's nuts. I'm like, nope.
I think she overhears you guys talking, and she's just like when you mentioned that you got escorted out by the guards, she's like, did they didn't rough you up or anything, right? Nothing like that?
I mean,
Toots says no, but disappointed.
My suit got stretched out a little bit, but
oh no.
Yeah.
You said there was another ship in there?
Yeah. There was another bay that had its doors open originally, and they're just getting painted. That's all we knew. And I was just kind of asking about the painting service.
I just wanted a straight answer.
They didn't like to talk about the painting.
So she's taking an interest in getting escorted out.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, she's like, okay.
I would offer that we saw a guy get picked up off the street, too.
She's like, yeah, that's par for the course around here. There's, like I said, there's something fishy's going on. This isn't how it used to be. I don't know how to explain it. It's getting more military state.
It definitely seems like a little more security.
It wasn't like this until, it's been a couple months since it started, but it's been creeping and creeping and creeping. But, yeah, okay. That's, what, the ship was getting painted. She's like, She's kind of like thinking a little bit.
You should tell her what
is
kind
that
of ship.
unusual?
No, they paint ships. It's just, I know Don't worry about it. And she kind of like stops and like, goes back to kind of doing her stuff.
I guess was it a change of management at all? Like any kind of like the mayor, new mayor, or something?
No.
It's always been Gat Personage.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Jedt has been running this place.
Yeah.
And it's Pernatch.
Well, not anymore.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's like, there are rumors going around that someone from an old family has been seen. I don't think there's a whole lot of
Someone named the Last Duke?
and she kind of looks at you. She's like,
I love that.
his name's not Duke, but yeah, they're
Well.
they
Sorry, my bad.
their name's not the Last Duke.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, there's she's kind of like pausing. She's like, there used to be a rather how do you put this, a powerful family in the area, prolific. And well, they were the family. They were kind of they held the sector until the Dominion came through, and then they were disgraced and they left. And one of these members of the family has been seen around again.
It's exactly like Doom.
Sure, but
It's the Harkonnens. And
well, yeah,
Fade
she's-
Routher's coming to fucking put us in check.
yeah, kind of. It's like I doubt any of you have heard of the Humboldt family, but
Would I have? Do I have to roll for that?
yeah, give me a society.
They smoke hella weed.
Halloween.
The Emerald Triangle.
I got an 8.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I don't think you'd know this family name, but she's like, they're there's essentially people think that one of the family members named Alistair Humboldt is back, and that he might have persuaded Pernatch to side. And I don't know, there's just, since these rumors started kicking up, things have become a lot more clamped down, a lot more arrests have been happening. There's just been some really there's new laws and restrictions going, like, you used to be able to carry weapons through here. Nope, not in the past couple months. Now they're keeping everything like that locked up tight. You can only travel with the weapons you have. You used to not have that. But
Do you know anything about ship quarantine procedures? Is that new too?
and she's just like, you haven't heard rumors of that. That definitely is something that seems new in the past couple months.
Past couple months. Damn.
Interesting.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
lines up with the
Definitely, that's one of the new measures they put into place. We've also been having, and she's just kind of like, there's those who speak out and those who try to challenge. Well, it seems like some of those emitters will go off and swarms will get in there and happen to target places of people speaking out against the new changes.
Damn.
Now, I don't know. I can't obviously put two and two together, but
Damn, that's the metal though. It's like a bunch of bugs coming in.
So that's what I'm just saying. Like, be careful. Keep your nose. Don't get involved in stuff that you don't have to. So, I don't think you guys ever
Good
told
advice.
me, like, what are you here for exactly? What brings you?
Well, actually, we are here on behalf of the Dominion. We're searching for a ship that went missing. It was a Radiant Maiden. Ship and its crew, preferably. It was last seen, I kind of described, the last known location is close to this planet.
Mm-hmm.
So we were escorted down here by a scout ship and, following any leads we can, but just got to rest for a few days, I guess, with this new decontamination procedure.
Okay. What were you going to say, Jake? You looked like you had a thought that you wanted to go through.
Yeah, I had a couple things.
Sure.
First, is it possible to have Brent, and it might not be, but is it possible to find out what frequency the emission is? And once we have that, make like a small
Oh, that's a great idea.
device that, like, if anything happens, we can switch this on and, like, because it doesn't, it's really just a frequency being played off a speaker. You think about that and let me know.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Wait, what was the goal of that? Sorry, I didn't understand.
In case because if they're targeting people with the bugs, and the bugs are deterred by the emission of the frequency.
If we had a mobile one, that would be so useful.
Nice. Okay,
absolutely.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'll let you know. He starts digging into it. He's like, I'll continue scanning and see what I can find out.
Little samurai bread.
Yeah.
He bows.
Because we're still in samurai mode.
Yeah. Until that samurai sword is off.
Yeah, which has got to be, it's 5 days until we get back on the ship.
Yeah.
And then I also want to just do a quick internet search of Alistair Humboldt and the Humboldt family and see if they're terrifying war criminals or anything.
So you start digging through and do a quick search.
And this is while I'm sitting in on this discussion with her, so I'm not really digging in. I'm just seeing
yeah, so you essentially the basics that you can find, just in a quick you Google the name kind of thing.
Yes.
They were essentially in line. They held the planet here, Brewfort, before the Prime Dominion came through. And so the generations and generations of these people have been around, and so the Prime Dominion kind of put them in place as a local regent to control this area,
like a fiefdom.
Yeah, essentially.
Right.
And then they basically got ousted as they just started going for greater and greater power in the sector itself. So Deneb is the sector,
right?
And so they started trying to get more and more influence. And then the Prime Dominion is no, you're not. No, you're getting a little too big for your britches. You're not.
Right.
They probably started speaking out against the Prime Dominion. And so they were just basically removed from power. Oh. And there's one of the members, Alistair, was one of the family members, or Duke of the family, that no one kind of lost track of where they all went. So
that is very interesting.
And how long ago were they ousted?
It's probably been 10 years or so, 15 years or so.
Relatively recent.
Yeah.
Long term.
In the scope of this all, it's been relatively recently.
And as I'm doing this, I guess I would just highlight things, clip it, and then throw it onto a file and send it over to them, just so everyone's on the same page.
But yeah, when you bring up the Radiant Maiden, she kind of she looks at you and she's like, oh, okay, I've heard that name before. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember where I heard it from, but I definitely.
Have you ever heard of Captain Teresa Redfort?
And she's kind of I think I have. And she's kind of thinking a little bit. And she's
We were lovers.
Yeah.
Just trying to cover
we
it up.
scissored.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, she kind of looks at you and she's kind of
nice.
Can I trust you?
I think so.
She's I'm give me I'll have her give a roll here to check on you. It's not a good roll at all.
Been there.
And so she's just kind of staring at you. She's like, yeah, I think the captain's dead.
What do you mean you think the captain's dead?
Well, they came here.
Speak on that.
Yeah.
You got that.
I will. Let me. She's like, they arrived, and I don't really know what happened, but I do know there are a couple survivors from the Maiden that I have some acquaintances that are helping them out near the mines. They talked about the ship, the Maiden. They're out in an old mine, and they're kind of hiding out there. I could certainly take you there if you want, but I need to know that you're not going to say anything about this. Yeah, give me your word you're not going to tell anybody where I'm taking you.
Is there a roll that we can make to see if we trust her?
Yeah,
yeah, you could probably give...
Yeah.
That's not
Let me get my percentage dice. I'll nail this.
give me an investigate roll, maybe even an intelligence roll, even.
Streetwise, if anybody has
Yeah,
it?
streetwise.
Oh,
I don't. I do not have
Streetwise.
streetwise.
I'll do the streetwise one because
I nailed it. I got a 9.
Oh, dang.
I did pretty well.
I mean,
bad.
I'm not sure what I can, what out of what skills I have, I'd roll that would apply.
Sure. So.
But I mean, if she asks if you can trust us, I told her, well, yes, you can trust me.
I don't know about these jabrones.
I'll speak for the rest of them.
Not all men.
We're here to find that crew, so if you can take us to them, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, yeah, I can get you. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go in the morning. I'll take you there in the morning. Just kind of rest here, keep low, and then we'll get you there. I'll take you there in the morning.
But it was determined that she does seem trustworthy.
Yeah, she's never done anything. She hasn't done anything yet to make you. Your role, you would know. Like, she's being honest with you, and so she's hoping, like, she's putting a little bit of trust in you guys.
'Cause it seems like it could be a trap.
Absolutely. No, 100%. So.
Toots is just like, kind of like fiddling with her. She has another poker chip. Like the one that she gave to the bug dude was red, and now she's playing with like a blue one.
Okay.
And she's kind of flipping it in her fingers and like tossing it up, tossing it down. She's like, "This whole place is fucked. Is there a normal planet in this solar system that is not just fucked up with military?"
No, absolutely not. All of it's fucked up.
I would also ask her at some point, how dangerous are those crimson locusts, these bug things? Like
7.
Like how dangerous? How much of a danger are they on the planet? Like really? Not trying to downplay it, but it's like, but more like, I mean, could you expect to be attacked 100% of the time if you go outside the city?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is it just like a constant?
They feed and smell blood, and they will swarm you, and they will eat you alive in seconds.
Have they?
Okay.
I was gonna say, like, are they? Have they always been here?
Yeah, they did say that they were native.
Yes, they are native. Yeah.
Okay.
So they can smell blood, like even if you haven't been bloodletted.
Even if it's inside your body.
Yeah.
So they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very much. She's like, it's very just. They swarm, so it's like, think of like a massive swarm. Like there are mechanical things that are very bad.
Right.
With
And
them,
we are leaving out of the city tomorrow to go to these mines, right?
yes. So the mines are. They'll be underground. Like you'll hit a point and go underground. So like you won't ever be. There are walls up to like the entrance of the mine. So
okay.
You'll be fine that way.
It's a space game, and we're always going into tunnels.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Well, you
Welcome
gotta mine shit in space.
You got to fight space rats. I mean,
True.
Yep. Gotta start somewhere, and then you'll eventually kill God.
exactly.
Whoops.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Space dragons.
Yeah, so that's basically kind of what you find out, and maybe she'll kind of like tell you a little bit about like Brewford as you guys are there. You know,
Yeah, I'd be interested to learn anything.
yeah, there is 9 kind of mining survey sites around the area. They call them the Nines. Stop me! I know, pretty creative. And yeah, so they basically were like originally storage facilities. And they're now, like, some of them have been converted into, like, bunkhouses and whatnot. But they're all essentially, like, mining sites for that. The main kind of one right now is the Site 14, which is another mining. It's the Sasso Mines. They were the first company to survey the entire outlining islands surrounding the main continent. And they struck pay dirt at Site 14. It's a small volcanic landmass that has extensive veins of Zakai crystals and other valuable gemstones buried deep within its rocks. And so you're probably thinking, what are Zakai crystals? And I'm going to tell you what Zakai crystals are. They're an essential part of jump drive technology. Zakai crystals are the important resource across the whole of charted space.
Wow.
Brilliant.
The crystals are part of the high energy sink or jump capacitor within the drive, focusing. Yeah, so if you find crystals, it's a lot of money.
And
Nice.
this is out of the game, I'm sorry, but this is all per the book? The Humboldts, the crystals,
Yeah, this is an actual like adventure that
Oh,
I'm running here. So
Hell yeah.
this is Dune. This is like the
Yeah.
crystals are the only
Yeah,
thing
the
that makes
spice.
you...
Yeah.
Crazy.
Chris has a plan.
Yeah.
but
He's good. He's the Messiah.
it's true. Am I going to be?
see 5 trillion paths,
Yeah.
and they all lead to one thing.
Do I want to be Paul or do I want to be Leto? That's Leto the second. So
I want to be the Beast Raban.
okay,
Because then I get to be Dave Bautista.
that's true.
Dave Bautista.
I like Duncan Idaho. He was always. I think he was my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Duncan's
my
cool.
brother just finished God Emperor Dune.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't a huge fan.
Yeah. Like I get it.
Yeah.
And not a lot
Yeah.
happens, but it's interesting. Like if you like
Yeah.
the dynamics. Of it.
I was Yeah, see, I like the dynamic, like the
Yeah.
inner monologue kind of thing of Leto too, but
Yeah, I totally get people not liking it. Like, if you read that, you're like, this was boring. I'm like, I can't disagree with you.
Right.
But I thought it was
wild.
cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and then she'll tell you a little bit more about just kind of give you like a general rundown of the whole planet itself. Like, because you guys are just on like a small, tiny corner of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we see you guys sleep in this pretty comfortable hostel. No one else shows up, so there's not like a whole, 2 random people sleeping with you.
I try to hack into the port manifest to see what fucking ship that is in that bay.
You want to hack into their system?
Yes. If it looks like extremely difficult, then I'm not going to put that much.
I think you would have to get into their building and then do it from there, right? Like
you tell me.
Yeah, I think you'd have to get on site and figure out something on site and then hack in. So that'd be tough. Like you can certainly try it, but it would be a lot of effort to do it.
As in 6+ hours?
6+ hours. Very large difficulty checks. If you get caught, your character's probably going to get killed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It would be.
That's
Transfer Brent onto one of Jett's drones and then send the drone. Boom. Problem solved. Future space. You can do that.
I think we did something similar before, where like we had Brett control my drone and stuff.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Oh wait, what was the goal of the drone?
Sorry. Because if I hack it, I need to be at the facility, I guess. So that's the only.
Yeah, you'd have to be at
right
at the office you went to where Miss Quill was, because that's where the data everything's kept.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean,
we can just go to sleep. It's fine.
What's funnier is that he's not joking. He's just like, just progress the storyline now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to talk about this for 20 minutes just to figure out that we can't do it.
Exactly.
I could certainly try. I'm not going to tell you no.
No. I'm going. You've spoken. I'm going to sleep.
Obviously, it would be very tough. It'd be a challenge.
I just thought a TL6 world would not have a high security, port. That doesn't seem like.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that is even more of a clue as to what the fuck are you guys hiding? It's just
why is there so much security at your spaceport?
Yeah, it's a low level.
You're supposed to be like basically Earth technology.
Right. I feel like not me, but it would be possible to gain access to the port of Tacoma, see what boats are in there. But
probably easier than you would think.
Yeah. So I think this is fishy.
You wake up in the morning. Thank God. Day seems kind of odd. So.
Odder.
There's another lyric I've forgotten there, but that's Ice Cube for everybody.
I knew the lyric, but I had no idea where it was from.
So, today was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys wake up and she is...
No.
Say a little prayer for you.
I can't not. I'm sorry. I'm contributing.
We can go both ways. When I wake up, or was it before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you?
Yeah.
How it goes?
I say a little prayer for you.
Forever and ever. You guys are loaded up. Denise gonna get you guys ready. She's like, all right, you guys ready? We're gonna get going here pretty soon.
Yeah. I mean, make sure, I think I would have brought not a whole lot off of the ship. So really I just have my bat.
Your bat. Your baton.
So does the transport omit that frequency, or is it just not outside of the dome?
It's not outside the dome.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, the dome encircles where you hit the mine.
Okay, got it.
So you guys, get in her car. Say she's got a shitty minivan. Everyone piles in there.
It's just full of eBay things that she hasn't listed yet.
Oh no.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just ignore that. Just go ahead and move that. And she's cleaning up the seat next to her, of all their wrappers, her Space Burger King wrappers and all that stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, so she gets you guys It takes you to the edge of the neighborhood to an old mine site.
Crazy hoarder.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know they're fucking taking people.
Yeah, I know. Like, oh, boy.
I need these old newspapers. How else am I going to know the truth?
Toot throws a banana peel that's like 2 weeks old out the window.
And then it absolutely wrecks another car. Yeah. Bong, bong, bong.
We didn't talk about Switch 2 stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And we're not gonna. You arrive at this old mine. Location, it looks like it's basically like this large... Looks, you don't see a whole lot of things around here. It looks like it might have been abandoned.
Okay.
And so she kind of like parks, and you guys are walking basically like by foot into this mine. She, hits a thing, turns on a light, and like picks up some dirt, and then throws it into the air, and then yells back,
Oh, damn.
and you see striding forward is a Aslan cat guy.
And now that we're
lion head.
now that we're grubbed up, did we?
No,
or
they
were
were just making noises.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's
what
a-
language is it?
It's just them just
They're
saying
just noises.
gibberish.
Just
It
noise?
was no. It was
There's no language?
No.
No, they just went. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. It's just symbols like making bird noises,
It's weird.
like a signal.
How's
you
it
assume
different
that
than
they
like
were-
YIF?
What?
Like furries, don't they do like YIF?
Dude. They do YIF.
Yeah. It's not like they're not saying like.
But this is,
it's just them making noises.
Yeah.
Like they're not.
like a call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's like a bird
Oh, like
Yeah,
a bird
yeah.
call.
Yes.
Not like a YIF.
No. It's like a bird call.
Not
Like a-
everything's about being a furry.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate where your mind's at.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Oh, my mind is always in the gutter.
With furries?
I don't know, maybe.
In a furry gutter.
Yeah. Gross.
It's a damp, dark
Go
place.
I wanna go.
I don't want to be around anymore. You mean like here or ever? Yeah. So you see this Aslan come striding forward.
Is he hot? I'm joking.
Let me get a picture of him here.
Oh, yay.
I'll show you.
I want to see if he has the buns like the other guy.
Well, you're not going to see any buns, hon.
There wasn't an Aslan on the crew, was there?
You're absolutely right. There was not.
Wow, thank you for taking notes, Tyler.
There was a Vargar.
Yes.
He looks like that. So he's got like a fucked up lip scar.
Whoa.
So he's like a
Okay.
Jeff Bridges
Nah.
cat
No.
guy.
Nah.
Jeff.
He looks like he's got kind of almost like a cleft lip, but it's more of a scar. Long hair, pointy ears. He's got the lion mane hair,
I think you should
claws.
cut that hair.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you're not a Vargo. Tell him to live
Yeah,
his
you
life.
don't know about their
Well,
culture.
he's an
Aslan.
Aslan, so
So I know it's true.
very humanist of you, Chris,
It was.
Yeah,
to
wow.
get them confused.
He's
Yeah,
probably
Whatever.
part
All
of a
aliens
band.
look the same to me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he's trying
I'm
to fill
colorblind.
the
I
band.
don't see aliens. I just see people.
Yeah, I'm colorblind. I don't see that.
I don't see aliens. I just see the fuzzy ones and people. The normal
yeah,
ones.
yeah, the normal ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he sees a sunbeam and he just curls him and takes a nap.
Nice.
And so he approaches forward. He's like, Denise,
Oh,
welcome. Who have you brought with you?
I'd step forward and introduce myself. Lieutenant Colonel
Pulls a
Zander
knife
Claw.
on you and holds it out.
Whoa.
oh, for real.
Pull my baton.
Yeah,
out.
he pulls a knife. He's like, who are you?
I
Why
say,
are you
whoa,
here?
hold on.
And Denise is like, hey, hold on there,
Hand on
Kiat.
the katana.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Don't just calm down. Calm down. These people are here looking for the people you have. They're here to rescue them.
We're looking for the crew or the ship, the Radiant Maiden. Sent on behalf of the Dominion. The ship disappeared around 20 days ago.
He's like, yes, no, they've. He's like, can you trust them, Denise? And she's like, they haven't done anything. They pissed off the Dominion.
I slip
Or
them
they
20.
pissed off the people. She picks up the credit, puts it in her back pocket. Yeah, they're great. They're the best people ever. They've done everything awesome. No, she's like, look, I think they don't seem pretty stoked on what's happening.
Bro,
I could be real with you.
they're pretty chill, bro. But they're
Guys.
fucking on God.
For
bro.
real, for real.
I am not stoked on the shit going on right
Same,
now.
perfect. They speak our language.
This shit's
No.
fucked up.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, yeah, I think they're going to be on our side here. They don't strike me as anything weird. They don't strike me as they're outsiders. They don't know anything going on here. They don't seem to have allegiances. They're as disgruntled with everything going on here for the little bit they've been here. And they came looking for the people. They knew about the ship. Like, help us out. And you see this other person kind of come walking up. They look like a jellyfish with
chili inside.
big old titties.
Oh,
Because Meescha wants titties on everything.
Damn.
I don't see why this is a bad thing.
Jellyfish titties are. it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they have like a shaved head. They're a little bit obviously shorter than the Aslan, but they pop up alongside Kiat. Sorry,
His name
Kiat. Kiat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kiat.
How do you spell that?
KTYAH.
Oh, it's this guy.
Is that the?
Like the cats.
I thought that was the
Hold on here.
Penna.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Yeah, that's my bad. It's not that one. No, that is not their name.
Oh.
They're. I might be getting people's names mixed up here. Orion. They are Orion.
Oh, Orion.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
such
the
a
Aslan.
space name. Does he have a belt?
Wasn't that the name of the cat in Men in Black?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
So there's a Freudian slip there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he kind of like looks at Denise. Denise. I'm not the one making these fucking names.
I know. It's just like the
Denise,
timing that you
yeah,
corrected
Denise.
it kind of sounded like you were like Denise.
That's her friends call her Denise.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of walks up. He's like, "I'm going to put my faith in you." Denise says, "If your judgment says that they are on our side, then I will trust you." And he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Do not make me regret that." He kind of snarls
I
at
won't.
you.
Like him in particular.
Puts his weapon away.
Click. Katana goes back.
Damn.
Toot just starts moonwalking
You're a
towards
student of the blade as well, though.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And so, like the other person with that was just like they lead you down, and you start going through these. Basically, like they're like these makeshift apartments that are deeper down into the mines. And eventually they get you into one room, and on the bed is like a man who's got like a little bit scruffier hair and like obviously more facial hair, but you would recognize them as Yusuf Masih.
Oh, I was going to ask.
New engineer.
Damn.
So this guy's on the bed. Like, is he injured?
I mean, he looks a little bit like probably was at one point like a little like his suit's a little torn at spots. Looks like he hasn't shaved in a while.
If he's the only one left, he's definitely the guy that did it.
But he's just kind of just like when she walks in, he's like, no, he kind of stands up. He's like, who are all you? What are you doing here? And Denise is like, they came looking for you apparently. The ship.
We were sent by the Prime Dominion. We're looking for a ship, the Radiant Maiden, that disappeared. I understand you're Yusuf?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
It's like, well, sit down. Let me tell you a tale.
Stay a while.
Stay a while.
Stay a while and listen.
He pulls out a guitar.
Yeah.
Lord Diablo.
Yusuf, I don't have time for this.
Hole up and
Skip
peep this.
cutscene.
Sorry, we have to. You need to understand what happened.
Epilogue.
So he goes on to tell you about the Maiden's encounter. And he's basically, well, we ran into some pirate ships when we arrived in the sector. And obviously they targeted our navigation array. And so we were forced to land here. And so when we landed, we made our way to the port. We made our way towards the city here, Celestis. And we were told to go talk with the Office of the Regent. And we were told that, well, we had a 5-day quarantine period. And that, we had to be here for at least 5 days.
But they didn't tell you that in space, right? They brought you down as an escort and then told you about the 5-day thing?
Absolutely, yeah. The captain basically warned us about, she didn't trust what they were telling her. She started looking into possible ways to get our ship back. Fortunately, we talked to somebody wrong. We were told that we were going to have an audience with the regent themselves, the mayor. And I was told to stay behind just to be safe because we didn't know what was going on. I was staying at the last refuge.
Huh?
And then I'm not going to let my friends go by themselves, so I was going to follow. And I watched as security forces. He's like taking they forced my crew through one of those access gates, and they turned off the emitter.
Oh,
And
oh my goodness!
all I could hear was their screams, and he like starts like breaking down at that point.
God, bro.
And
You don't need to mock him.
You've never seen someone die before, you little cunt, you little
That's my whole team, and you're crazy. All my friends get eaten by his woman bugs.
Oh my god. You did that too.
and so yeah, he's just like kind of like and
Oh, damn.
he's like and all I heard were the screams, and then I could hear just the fucking guards talking about betting how long it was going to take for the crew members to survive.
God, that's entertaining.
Toots like, oh, bad kind of gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the odds? If you overheard, what were the
Yeah,
odds?
exactly. Yeah.
They're scratching their wrists.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, I just realized that until we can get back on the ship, I can't print or make those emitters.
Oh,
Because I have no way to
Yeah.
work on anything that gets back on the ship.
Oh, damn.
and so yeah,
Did good.
and so and so like he's like telling you the story, and Denise is kind of staring at you all. She's like, well, you found the last crew member here. We don't know where the ship's at.
I have a feeling we know where the ship's at.
And he's just like, he's like, I want to help them fight against what's here, but I want to get home. He's like, would you guys help?
Okay.
What's going on here?
We'll do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what leeway we've got. The thing I'm worried about is now they know we're looking for you. 'Cause we told the Regent we were looking for the Radiant Maiden.
And
So-
Denise.
Is it Denise or Denise?
Denise.
Alice,
DAN.
Alicia,
How would you
Alyssa.
say this? DANEASE.
Deneas.
Denise.
Denise.
I would
Denise?
say. I would say Denise.
Denise.
Yeah.
But I love Denise.
I like Denise, so I'm gonna keep going Denise.
Denise.
Up in the hazing.
That's not kind of shoddy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can catch me in the Cherry Red 150. I got the glizzy locked in the stizzy. Just popped
Damn.
a clizzy doing 60 down a one whizzy.
What is that?
Drunk pissy. Big pun.
Mm.
You know, come on.
I never listened to Big Pun.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
I've never
It
heard that in
sounds
my
like
life.
Yeah.
So
I might have heard the song, but I don't know the artist.
no, never was a Big Pun guy.
And he said that he was the only one that stayed behind because he
They
had-
told him to stay behind.
they
Yeah,
told
for
him to.
safety.
First, yeah, because he was like new. He'd only
Sounds
been on
a good
there a couple
idea.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how old does he appear?
So, he's young. He's probably like in his 20s.
20?
So,
Okay.
and so Denise is just kind of like, you're more than welcome to stay here if you're afraid of going back into town. I understand.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You can stay in these mines. We have plenty of supplies and whatnot. But
Why are you guys hiding out in the mines in the first place?
it's like, because you've seen the crackdowns they're doing out there, right? I mean,
Yeah, how many of you are down here?
and so they're kind of like, there are basically, essentially like probably like 30 of them down here.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a revolution.
You know, and she's like, our leader is Orion. He's the one that is in charge of this place. But yeah, I mean, if you want to help with us, we've got a key fob to get into the building in the Seaside District where they keep their files.
Oh.
If you're more than willing to help us out with that, we can get you inside there.
What do you guys think?
I say, Viva la Revolucion.
Hype!
It's almost like the I don't know, the highest value, lowest risk thing is just like get off this planet with this guy, you know, like that'd be, you know, ideal because he wants to get out too. And just like, because like this is a huge operation. So if we report this to the Prime Dominion, if we just get word back, then they can crack down.
That's what I was going to ask is, does Orion or anyone in this organization have any reason to believe that outside communications are being monitored? If we were to reach out for the Prime Dominion, does that get filtered through Gyat Persnatch? And is he going to flag that?
If you talk with him, if you go talk with, like, maybe Ryan, like you guys have this conversation with Orion, he's like, any conversation that gets back from this planet to the Prime Dominion goes through the mayor, who is corrupt.
Yeah.
Really?
They are telling them that everything is fine here, that everything is on the up and up, and the Dominion has no other reason not to believe them. We believe that there is some sort of coup going on here, that they are undermining or a false proxy of an ownership, and they are slowly trying to get back to what they had while giving the vestige of simplicity and obedience to the Dominion.
We might just want to send the Prime Dominion a message, an update, falsely saying, like, still looking for him, haven't seen anything, to throw the mayor off the tracks.
Not a bad idea. That's a fantastic idea.
We might be able to try to send some sort of encrypted message. It would take a long, long time, I imagine.
Right.
To them that looks innocuous, that once it gets to Prime Dominion, hopefully they would know that it has a double meaning or something like that.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering is, like, yes, normally the communications get intercepted, but in our case, is there no way to, like, funnel a message to report back to the people?
Remember, there's no, like, you'd have to get it on a ship.
Yeah,
and
without
get
being
out
on
of
a ship, I'm like, fuck, dude.
Okay,
and I think Orion would look at you and he's just like, if you told them you were here looking for the ship, you're not getting off this planet.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. They're not going to let
They
us
know
just
what they
leave.
did. They understand the ramifications of what they done.
Why would they
So
let
I
us
don't-
out of their sight then? I feel like they would just like pop, get.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, maybe that's coming. Maybe that's
Right.
like tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you know they're not out of their sight?
Hey, I said that too.
Yeah. So I guess I see two things here: is like fully cooperate and vive la revolution.
Yeah, nice.
And then, or like just like beeline it, like hacking and stealth, and get back to our ship and do whatever needs to be done to get on our ship and leave. And like go that route and then report physically. So I don't know. I see those two, I guess.
I mean, yeah, another option is to throw them off the trail and then just leave the planet, making them think that we haven't discovered anything.
True. Yeah, we
That's
could.
probably the safest.
Right.
But we can't even... There's no guarantee that they're going to be fooled.
Right.
And
exactly.
In theory, the whole hangar should be filled with foam today, right? So it would be an easy check to see if they're actually... Because what I imagine is they're going to fill it with foam and then not drain it or something. So it just stays
So,
packed.
like, the process I kind of thought about this was, I don't know, having worked on a military base, when a helicopter or a plane is in a hangar, and if the fire alarm system goes off, the entire hangar bay fills with foam.
Right.
Like, the entire, like, to the ceiling.
Wow.
Is foam.
That's what, yeah.
And then you have to drain all that out. So, like, that's, so think of that. Like, so that was why, like, when we had to schedule fire alarm testing on hangars, like, we had to have like 7 people there to make sure we didn't set. It was a nightmare.
And-
but that's what. Yeah. So it's like this whole everything is filled. Yeah.
And that's what I'm imagining is like they're not going to drain it after day 2. It's just going to be full, and they're going to be like, "Oh, something wrong."
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think you guys are starting to like. They would probably have an excuse of why you can't get back to it.
Yeah.
I guess talking with Yusuf, is that the same rigmarole they did to them? Or did
absolutely.
they just go the first
No,
time?
100%. They were like, "Oh, yep, no, we got to quarantine your ship. You guys are stuck here for 5 days."
I know that, but after day 2, when it's supposed to be drained and rinsed and everything, or did the crew even make it to
They
day
didn't.
2?
Yeah, like the captain probably waited like a day.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, fuck this. Like, we got to figure out what's going on here."
And it really seemed like because they were raising a stink.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, okay.
I just want to say, in the future, whenever we have to go out on a mission and then we have to go to a planet, we have to radio back to...
Totally.
And then be like, if we don't respond in 3 days, please send assistance or something like that. Because I just feel like this is going to happen again.
I mean, yeah, we should have totally told the Prime Dominion, like, we're being escorted in, or like here's a copy of our ship log.
At that point, we can't even get a message out just because.
But we're in space.
Well, at the time before we had landed.
Well, but even then we couldn't get a message out.
Because remember, there's no in-between system. Like, they have to be on a ship to carry it.
A message has to be taken through jump drive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. And it's the jump that's preventing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a week long.
Well, it's like space, like the amount of space. Like, you're jumping in this, the jump drive cuts through space so far.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
Well, sounds like you guys got something to figure out for next episode.